Dr. Malik, what I want to know from you is how deep is this problem? Is it true that we are having that sort of a brain drain that we actually have to clamp down on doctors? Or the solution actually lies in giving us more facilities?
Let us try to view the figures. 6 lakh doctors are lacking in India, by and large, and only 60,000 of them, they have gone to US or maybe UK or Australia and they are working there. Supposedly all of them, they come back to India. 60,000 they come back to India. Even then there is a big scarcity. There is a big paucity of the doctors still left. 5,40,000 will still be required.
Okay.
So the basic problem is not this. And the government's point is well taken. Because the doctor-patient ratio is 1:1700 in India, and if we compare with developed nations like US, it is 1 in 350, or in UK it is 1 in say 470 or this thing. So there is a scarcity of doctors, so the government point is well taken. But the thing is, the way the government is doing, it is encroaching upon the fundamental right of an individual. Because as
how is the doctor fraternity, how will they take it? How will the fraternity take it, the young doctors who are studying right now, those who have the dream of going abroad?
Look, Akash, even the young professionals, they don't want to leave the nation. After all, no one will like to leave the nation and serve the other nation. Okay. And they also understand the problem that there is an acute shortage of doctors in their own country. So basically, I feel that if we increase the infrastructure, we bring in more super specialist centers, we bring in more high-tech centers, and we get more jobs and more job securities for the young professionals.
Yes.
They will not like to go and serve for the other nation when there is a big scarcity of the doctors of their own nation.
Dr. Saini, is brain drain still very much a concern for India? 3,000 people in the last 2 or 3 years, I understand, have left it.
Akash, I just point out that once we take up a medical education, I have not taken medical education that I want to go abroad. Once I took up the medical education, I wanted to serve my country. But only thing was I was not getting, those people who have gone, they are not getting the adequate facilities.
Okay.
But we must understand there is a shortage of doctors. Everybody is saying there is shortage of doctor in this country. And 1:1700. If we see abroad, in Western countries, there is 1:1000 or 1:500.
Okay.
So, and the medical education is very much subsidized. Even in the developed countries, this much of subsidy is not there. So once this is subsidized, then I think we should, as a principle, should work for our country for a certain period of time.
Okay.
And I agree with Dr. Bugai.
What if a doctor says, okay, here's your money?
Yeah.
Release me from a bond, here's the money that the state spent on me. I'm giving you the money. Now can I go? Dr. Bugai?
I'll answer that question. To put a bond is a mere indication of a detriment. If a student still wishes to go, it's a fundamental right. The student will go after paying after whatever the money is for the bond.
Yes.
You must appreciate that these sort of compulsions, in inverted commas, or restrictions on doctors are even there in our post-medical colleges. You have to serve in that organization for X number of years in India.
But that college is paying for you.
No. I'm coming
your education is virtually free in that case.
The education is even virtually free in most government teaching hospitals.
And what about your private education?
I'm coming to it. Your education is free, literally free. You've got massive subsidy on food and accommodation. What more does a young student want? I think the message is clear. But if you want to build a career, there are enough opportunities within India.
Okay.
If you want to take a stock route out and go to US, that's another story. But the fact of the matter is, there are facilities here. There is infrastructure here.
Yes.
It's not as bad as it's being painted. A bond is a mere indication to a student that we, as a nation, require you to be back. To address the question which Dr. Malik had raised, okay, fine. Even if all the 60,000 Indian educated doctors who are settled overseas want to come back, there is still a deficit, yes. But the question is, the only way to move forward is to take one step forward.
Okay.
It is also for the future years that we will gradually be covering the gap. We cannot cover this gap in 1 year. And the government is opening more medical colleges, more number of specialized courses. Okay, what has not happened in 60 years, we cannot do in 6 months.
Let me
we would be able to address it in the next 5 years, 7 years for sure.